You open your eyes before the sun does. The bedroom is small but warm and clean. Pale curtains hang at the single tall window. Your husband sleeps quietly beside you in the bed. You are a young biology teacher, just 32 years old. The year is 1986, the 26th of April. You live in a town called Pripyat in northern Ukraine. It is a quiet model Soviet city built only 16 years ago. 50,000 people make their homes here. Most of them work at the nuclear power station nearby. Your husband is one of the engineers there. You sit up slowly so as not to wake him. Your small son sleeps in the next room down the hall. He is only 4 years old with soft blonde hair. You go quietly to check on him in his bed. He sleeps with his small stuffed brown bear in his arms. You smile and tuck the blanket gently around him. You walk to the small kitchen to make tea. The water hisses in the metal kettle on the gas stove. You stand by the window and look out at the city. The sun is just beginning to rise above the rooftops. Strange, you think, that the eastern sky looks faintly red. There seems to be a small column of smoke in the distance. It rises from the direction of the power station beyond. You watch it for a moment, but it must be nothing serious. The radio plays soft morning music from the kitchen counter. You sip your hot black tea slowly and try not to worry. Your husband comes into the kitchen, rubbing his tired eyes. He kisses the top of your head and pours his own tea. You ask him quietly if he saw the smoke outside. He shrugs and says they had some kind of accident in the night. He says nothing more about it and looks away. He has to leave soon to go to the plant for the day. You wake your small son and dress him for kindergarten. He wears a pale blue sweater and small dark gray trousers. You comb his soft blonde hair and kiss his forehead. You all eat a simple breakfast of bread and jam together. The morning sun fills the small kitchen with soft yellow light. Your husband puts on his thin gray jacket at the door. He kisses you both and says he will see you tonight. The door closes softly behind him in the apartment hall. You walk your son to his kindergarten down the wide street. The trees along the avenue are beginning to bloom in pale green. Other young mothers walk their children to school around you. They wave and smile and call out greetings in Russian. The morning feels just like any other quiet Saturday morning. You drop your son off at the kindergarten and kiss his cheek. You walk on alone through the streets toward your school. You teach biology to the older children at school number 3. You love the bright, cheerful classroom with its many plants. You spend the day teaching about the wonders of living things. The students listen with quiet, bright eyes and ask their questions. You feel a strange, faint metallic taste in your mouth. You take a sip of cold water from the small glass on your desk. The taste lingers, but you do not understand what it could be. By midday, you notice the streets seem unusually quiet outside. A few official cars drive past, faster than they normally do. You see men in white coats walking with small handheld devices. They are scanning the air, but they tell no one what they find. The bright spring sun shines down warm upon the empty pavements. After school, you collect your son from the kindergarten again. He runs into your arms with his usual bright, joyful smile. You walk home together, holding his small, warm hand in yours. He picks a single yellow dandelion for you from a patch of grass. You bring it home and place it in a small glass on the table. You make a simple supper of boiled potatoes and brown bread. Your husband returns home late and looks tired and pale. He does not speak much about his day at the power station. He eats only a little of the warm potatoes on his plate. He says some men he knew were taken to the hospital this morning. He says they all have strange bad sunburns on their faces. You feel something cold settle quietly in your stomach. You put your small son to bed and read him a short story. He falls asleep peacefully with his small brown bear in his arms. You lie in bed beside your husband, and you cannot find sleep. Outside the apartment window, the night is too quiet, too still. No birds, no insects, no familiar small sounds of the evening. You finally fall asleep just before the first light of dawn. When you wake, it is already late on the 27th of April. Your husband is gone again to the power station this morning. Your small son is still asleep in his bed in the next room. You feel deeply tired in a way you have never felt before. The metallic taste in your mouth has only grown stronger. Outside the window, you hear an unfamiliar, low rumbling sound. You go to the window and you look out down at the wide street. A long line of yellow Soviet buses is rolling slowly into Pripyat. They stretch on, more than you can possibly count. Loudspeakers begin to crackle on the street lamps and the buildings. A calm official voice announces a temporary evacuation of the city. You are told you will be away for only 3 days at most. You are told to bring only your documents and a little food. You are told 50 kilos of belongings will be enough per person. You wake your small son and try to keep your voice quite steady. You dress him in a warm sweater and his small dark blue coat. He clutches his small brown bear tightly in his arms. You pack one small suitcase with documents, a few clothes, photographs. You hesitate by the front door of your apartment for a long moment. You think you will be home again on Tuesday in only 3 days. You look once around the small kitchen with its dandelion on the table. You close the apartment door behind you and you turn the key. You walk down the wide street toward the waiting yellow buses. Other families are walking beside you with their small suitcases. Mothers carry their babies. Fathers carry their elderly parents. The children look up at the strange yellow buses with curious eyes. A man in a white coat scans you and your son with his small device. He says nothing, only writes something on his clipboard and nods. You climb the steps of one of the buses with your small son. He sits down beside you on a cracked, dark red leatherette seat. You hold him close against your chest and you stroke his soft hair. The bus engine rumbles to life beneath you with a heavy sigh. You watch through the window as your city begins to slip away. The bright apartment blocks pass by one after the other. The empty kindergarten where you took him every morning passes. The school where you taught about the wonders of living things passes. You do not yet know that you will never see any of it again. You hold your sleeping small son tightly against your chest. The bus drives on through the bright afternoon Ukrainian countryside. Tall green forests pass beyond the window in long, slow waves. You lean your tired head against the window and close your eyes. You are already asleep.